right? So my job is to, the finance manager will say that my job is to arrange the finances, right? I arrange the financing and gave it to you $1 million. That's it. Now your turn is to buy that machinery and import that one. So the other people, they will say that, okay, if I am going to buy this one, I bought it at 1 million, that's it. But after 90 days, price goes up, and bank will transfer the money after 90 days. Why? Because we have international LCs and all those stuff, right? So this is common agreement when buyer will pay when he receive the goods. So, but this time, 3 months, it's gonna be, anything can happen. Price goes up, price goes down. But the person who is receiving the money, he would say that no, I need $1 million. That's it. So converting that $1 million into his own currency is going to be taking you a risk. So in order to eliminate that risk, companies normally go, or governments also can go, because they need to pay their loans, right? They usually have loan from IMF, World Bank, right? When they want to pay back the loan, so anything can happen. So in this case, governments also buy the currency derivatives. So one part or one kind of currency derivative is forward currency derivative. Currency forward or forward currency derivative. So let's move to the next slide. Any question regarding this?
I would like to know what is you must have a limit to this contract. I think is a time limit. What is the time for this call?
It depends on your contract with the party B. So normally it is given 30 days, 15 days, 30 days, because this is customized. Depends on relationship between the, the buyer and seller. That's this is
I'm not
customized.
talking about the time for the payment, like 90 days after. I'm talking like this offer must have this offer must have a limitation. After a certain time, this offer can no longer be.
No, that's not going to happen, because this is not the option. This is not the limit, because this is contract. At the time, you must do that. If not do that, then if anybody challenge you through the court, then you must do that.
So, for example, this is like everybody know this. If I say next year, I will next year, so in more than 12 months. Next year, I will buy for this amount this product because of the common or general law of depreciation of the money, like the currency depreciate every time over the time. I know the price of the car might not be the same. So I will win. And I don't think easy. I can do this. It's too easy. You know?
So in that case, the dealer, no, it's not like that. The forward rate is not determined by the buyer. Not, for example, we talked about party A and party B. So this rate is given by the seller. So if this rate, the seller will already include the part of some depreciation, inflation, and anything future contingencies. They will adjust here.
Say it again. So in the contract, what?
So in the contract, the seller, those or the party who makes this forward rate, he would be adjusting all those stuff before giving the forward rate, so that both parties are agreed. Once the agreement is signed, the forward contract is signed, nothing can be changed, right? If party A backs off, then the lawsuit can be against party A. If party B backs off, then lawsuit against party B. And this is an agreement. Means both parties are obligated to honor the commitment.
Okay, understood.
Even if you want to buy a car, and car is going to be delivered after 12 months, and you have a forward contract right now. So whatsoever in the contract, you have to pay after 12 months. You cannot back off. That's it. You cannot back off. Understand? Now future contracts. So that was forward contract. Now this is future contract. Future contract is similar to forward, just one exception that it is sold on exchange and it is standardized. It is not customized. It is standardized. So everything is, for example, you need, sorry, for example, you need $1 million after 30 days. But on exchange, one contract is equal to 100,000 dollars. So how many contracts you will buy to get 1 million? 10 contracts, right? Because one contract minimum will be on 100,000, right? In case of future, we just have a one contract of $1 billion with a party, foreign exchange or bank whatsoever, and some specified date. And here everything is standardized. For example, the future is going to be for 30 days, 45 days. Come on, 30 days. Why I cannot write here? That's quite amazing. 30 days, 40 days, no, 45 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, 270 days, and then 300 and 360. So normally normally the dates are 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days, right? But but everything is standardized. So if you want to have a future contract which is not standard, not given by the stock exchange, then you cannot have it. So if you need money in 40 days, either you go to the contract of 30 days or 45 days. Or for example, if you need a money of $150,000, so can you buy a contract in futures? Either you have to buy two contracts or either you buy one contract. Either you buy two contracts worth of $200,000, either you buy one contract worth of $100,000, right? So everything is standardized. The rules are the same as forward, but only one thing is it is traded on exchange rate, exchange system, foreign exchange, foreign currency exchange, right? You can log on to Shanghai Stock Exchange, you go to their currency section and you can just find out, okay, we have this contract. So the rate in future contract is called future rate, right? And future spot rate, it is the rate at which, in future when contract is going to be expired. So we don't know right now this one. So let's talk about, I think we have it's, oh, we don't have any example here. So then I'm just going to give you. So what is future? So we have a contract, for example, from 0, you are right now here, to 90 days. This is standardized, and you need, for example, $1 million. So you buy 10 contracts of $1,000 each. So you said that, okay, the future said the exchange rate mentioned that the 90 days future contract is 7.2 yuan per dollar. So you have 7.2 yuan per dollar rate, right? So right now the spot rate is 6.5. So that is at the start of the contract. This exchange rate is called spot spot rate, right? So expected spot rate is the rate that would be on 90th day. For example, in 90th day, the rate is 7.1. So since you enter into a contract of 7.2, at the end of 90 days, you would be exchanging your yuan to dollar to find out $1 million at 7.2. So the rate on the 90th day is called, for example, so we have different, mathematical techniques, forecasting techniques, or whatsoever. So we can find out expected rate, or future spot rate. So at the end of the 90 days, what will happen in the market? For example, the market rate would be 7.1. That is called the spot rate at 90. So at 90 spot rate, we call this expect a future spot rate. So don't just get confused. So in future contracts, we see three exchange rates. One at the start of the contract, which is called spot rate, which is right now at the spot. Future rate, which is the contract rate. And in the question, you will also see the future spot rate, which is the market rate or market spot rate at expiration or at some point, right? But since this is future contract, which means both parties are obligated to honor future rate. So three currencies are going to be given to you, but you need to concentrate on future rate because that is contract, and no party can be, can say that I'm not going to obey or oblige or not going to fulfill my duty over there because this is contract. Everybody understand? Not Fabian, Lota, Ping Ping, Haley.
I think the loss is definitive only when you agree to, when you validate the sale. If you don't, you hold it, then you don't lose it, unless you reach the limit, which is 45 days or 60 or 90.
Yes, after the contract time, both parties must fulfill the contract. That's it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now don't get confused with the word of future spot rate, which is spot rate that will exist at future point in time and is uncertain because at 90 days, we don't know, right? We only know when 90 days will pass, and on that 90 days, what will be the spot rate. So don't get just confused because this is really uncertain. We don't know. But any future contract will be given in the question going to be giving you three rates, and the rate that you will deal with